Has the biggest scam to ever cross New Eden just occur, or was it a glitch in the Matrix and an unfortunate accident? Equinox Investments has closed, so let's talk about it. That's right. We're talking about Equinox Investments and what happened in the last 12 to 16 hours to prompt this breaking news. I'm Daemonxel, and this is your Eve Echoes Community News, where we talk about all the issues that are going on within the community and the game. And you know what I'm going to do before we get into everything? If you can tag that subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video, then of course you'll stay up to date with everything we do here on the channel. That's right. So we were graced last night by a post across the Equinox Investment Discord server about it being shut down. Let me bring it up here. And Durka basically said, I'll keep it short and to the point. I've reached the final form of my character arc. I've scammed one too many times and got the ban hammer. NetEase trade banned my accounts. Needless to say, all the ISK is either gone or locked. And while Equinox wasn't built as a scam, well, it turned out to be one. The reason I did it is simple: greed. So from now on, I'm going to get he's going to get the hell out of here. You won't see me again. No point in trying to message me. I will be out of reach. For investors, you might feel angry or mad or ashamed. These are normal emotions when something like this happens. Just know it wasn't because of you or something you did. I'm just an asshole. Adios. And basically what happened was Durka's account was banned from a contract scam in the Bandai kind of system that he did, Bandai style, and that basically shut down all of his accounts. So all the money that has been tied up in this stock that's been going on for over a year now has basically been locked and squirreled away. NetEase shut it down, and now a whole bunch of people are out of a lot of ISK. So to get the full summary of what is going on, we actually have to go back to the beginning when Equinox Investments first opened up its doors back in August 11th of 2022. And it was a simple statement that was put out there. A Discord was made, and as you can see currently right now, the Discord has been renamed to Buttcoin Investments. I know, we're going to get to that. But basically, the first statement was that Equinox Investment, formerly known as the Dirt Fund 4, is officially going public. Investors across New Eden will be able to buy, sell, and trade shares in our investment group. Equinox Investment is an in-game trading group owned by private shareholders and operated by Durka. The group specializes in selling capital ships at high profit margins and offering investors a monthly ISK return. For the past 3 months, the fund returned 124.64 billion in net profit to its investors, with an annualized EPS of 196.2 million per share. An initial offering will be offered with 250 shares going at 1 times the earnings share, 250 shares at 1.5 earnings share, and 250 shares at 2 times the earnings share. Investors can buy, trade, and sell shares directly from our Discord the same way you would trade anything else by joining our Discord server. So it was a great opportunity if you got in on the ground floor by earning 2 times or 1.2 times or 1 times the amount of the face value of the share. Yes, I was one of those initial investors as well. I put in, I believe, 2.1 billion to help get it up off the ground floor. Now, since I was one of those initial investments, with everything that went down the last, I'm going to say the last 24 hours, because we're not quite at 24 hours. We have about another 7 hours to go, but let's just round it up, shall we? Now, I earned my money back, at least I think 2 times over, because I was in those accelerated earning profits, and I would get my monthly shares directly sent to my character. I didn't buy any more shares. I didn't sell any more shares. To me, it was just kind of like a write-off. It was a friend. I wanted to help him out with this, and I thought it was a great way to get the community involved. So, for the last year, everything actually went very well. We've had a lot of not me, because I wasn't part of this or anything like that, but it was actually really good. A lot of people made money by getting in on the ground floor. A lot of people made money by buying and selling these shares. But a lot of people basically just put it in kind of like as a ETF, just to kind of live off those dividends each month as the fund grew. Now, like I said, it's been going on for a whole year. It was promoted a lot on my channel. It was promoted a lot on the Echoes of New Eden podcast to get more people out there, to get more people to invest in it. And of course, due to the massive server war, profits soared because capital ships were being purchased left and right. In fact, during the war, it was actually promoted from both sides of the server, basically saying that everyone believed in this. Michael J.D. went on record saying that the only marketing firm he trusts is Durka's ISK making firm. Oyster went in and said, during a war, the only thing safe to do is invest in Equinox. So everyone was jumping in, everyone was buying, everyone was trading, everyone was making money. So naturally, when this announcement came across, I did have to reach out to Durka to find out exactly what was going on and what happened. He did go on record stating that the face value of all shares held within Equinox Investments equaled up to 1.27 trillion in ISK. All deposits into Equinox equaled about 480 billion from July 2022 to July 2023. Remember, he only went public in the beginning of August. He did have this as private investing the months beforehand. Total sales were 3.569 trillion. Total investor distribution during that same period was 468 bill. And now half of that did go to Durka. The AUM, which is assets under management, were probably around between 300 to 350 billion, and the latest investments that he ran for the Scion C Cup was 300 to 350 bill of the net deposit. So the accurate damage is more like the entire deposit of 480 plus the assets under management plus the Scion C monies. Basically, it all equaled out to 1.2 trillion in ISK. Now, I did ask why the account was screwed, and he did say that NetEase effed his account because of some other players. Now, that was a contract scam that he was running, and if you guys don't know, in the terms of service, NetEase has forbidden any kind of in-game scamming going on. So that would be contract scamming, that would be just about everything. And if you know anything of EVE Online or EVE history, scamming is a treasured pastime of the game. I know not a lot of people, it's not your cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea either, but, the game was made for players to do what they want in the game, whether it be SAW, whether it be, PvP, be a pirate, be a corporate magnate, whatever you want. It is a total sandbox to do what you want, and contract scamming is a thing that has been with EVE for many, many years. The only time it went into the terms of service against the TOS for EVE Echoes was because of an incident with a dev actually being scammed through a contract. And if you didn't know, yes, the devs do actually play on the live server, and they usually fly with AOA. That being said, when that dev did get scammed, the week later, it showed up in the terms of service that you cannot scam within the game. Now, after Durka made that announcement, the server was nuked, and basically the server was turned over to Slappy to be the admin and pick up the pieces. And it basically, like I said, caught everyone by surprise, and everyone was wondering what was going on, what happened. And Slappy was trying to piece together everything to get it going on, and pick up the pieces that were dropped. Let me bring up some other things here. Let's see. Okay, so here's a screenshot right here of Slappy initially finding everything around 11 p.m. last night, trying to hunt down everyone's money, how much everyone had put in, how much everyone took out, what was going on, and everything like that. Now, I did get several off-the-record comments by Durka. I'm not going to release the top investors, because I did ask him about that. But the only thing is, I just wanted a head count of how many accounts were active. And basically he said that there were 68 active investors on record, ranging from 1 share to of an investment to a multi-billion investment. So, as you can see here, people were pledging amounts, seeing exactly how much was out there. Now, this was able to be found. This was basically a lot of the investors in the grand scheme of everything. As you can see, Durgadur did hold the top amount of 431.7 billion. Now, I don't remember how old this list is. I think this was possibly the initial holdings or possible holdings. But as you can see right here, Swang was number 2 with 645 shares, equaling out to 277.3 billion. As you can see, yes, I am also on this list. I did not have a huge investment, and I had 5 shares at 2.1. So, like I said, I made my money back over this past year, getting my payments. But this did close the door and left a lot of people holding huge bags of money. So as you can see, this was the old list itself. Moving on, this was at 11:38, where they were trying to still piece together everything. And Serial did post a list of everyone that bought in after February 2nd, 2023. And it showed here with Beekeeper with 33.3 billion in assets with 68 shares. The minuses are people that had sold off shares and made money back. Like I said, I basically forgot about this. I just received my dividends every month, and I never sold off my shares. But Slappy has taken it upon himself to try and get some kind of semblance and some kind of order back to the server itself. As you can see here, he's working. Please be patient while he's trying to deal with all the DMs and figure out the terrible channels with all the extraneous dealings. So, and of course, it did start setting off a load of memes. Yatashi posted this up. I love Durka, but I still had to... So yes, I did have to get in on the action, and I had to make my own meme as well. So, was this a long con, or was it a simple accident? Yes, it was a long con. He didn't necessarily mean it to be that way, but when he saw the money piling up, you know, because the reason I say this is, NetEasy's rule about scamming is that if you give the materials back, whatever you scammed out from either a contract or stole or whatever, as long as you return those assets, they will unban the account and unfreeze those assets. And when I did ask about that, I was left with a no comment from Dirk. So, yes, it was, I guess, a Ponzi scheme, I guess the closest thing to it. The only people who really made money were those first investors and those that were smart enough to sell their shares before everything went down. For those of you who were left holding the bag, unfortunately, I don't believe there is going to be any recompense from Durkadur to you. If Slappy is trying to piece together money somehow, I don't know that either. But yeah, So this is basically everything that happened. We will continue coverage of this if we do get any more information, but Durgador did say that he is leaving the game. He is not coming back. Whether that's true or not, we'll have to wait and see as well. But yeah, so I hope you guys found this informative, amusing, and have a great week. Have a great weekend. Fly safe, and remember, we're always one vision, one purpose, one friend. And be sure to watch the Echoes of New Eden podcast this weekend, because I'm almost positive we will be talking about that on that show as well tomorrow evening. And if you want to be part of that live audience, you do have to appear on the server to get into that channel before the channel goes live, because it is locked out to a maximum of 25 people. And if you can't get in the channel, you can just go over to the YouTube channel, because it will be a overflow chat there, as well as live streamed to the channel. So, have a great week.